my fellow book addicts, Megan here, and time for another book review. Today, I'm going to be talking about Origin by Jennifer L. Armentrout, and this is book 4 in the Lux series. So, just a quick little recap. In the last book, they tried to break into this government fortress to save Blake's friend Chris, as well as Bethany. And things went wrong, of course. Blake betrayed them because he's a jerk like that, and now I want to strangle him. And while they were trying to escape with everybody, Katie did not get out, so now she is trapped, and the government has her in their clutches. So, in this book, we are switching between Damien and Caddy's point of view. So, Damien is kind of pissed off because Cat was captured and he's now helpless, and he hates that. He wants to go and save her, but everyone else is kind of like, that's what they want you to do, you need to chill out and we'll think of something maybe, and he's like, no, and wants to basically rush in there and get her out. Meanwhile, Cat is being put through all sorts of testings. The government is trying to tell her that they are the good guys, they're trying to help humanity and all this, and of course it's like, you guys are clearly telling only half the story, and I will admit, for part of the time I was like, are they telling the truth? Maybe they are, because I thought that would be cool, you know, as a little twist, like, okay, the bad guys aren't really the bad guys like we thought they were, but then, you know, can't have that. They're trying to show her the good side of what they're doing with the Luxin and the hybrids and all that. Cat is kind of torn on what to believe. Damien, he's freaking out, and yeah. That's basically the premise of the book. Damien's trying to get Cat out, they're trying to escape, and not be experimented on. So, I like this book a whole lot. I like the new little twists and turns we are exposed to in this. I absolutely love being able to see things from Damien's point of view. Like, usually I'm kind of iffy when books start changing points of view, like later in the series, but I like seeing Damien's point of view, and I felt it really worked out. And I am loving this series. I can't wait until book 5 comes out in August, and oh my god. So, with that in mind, I'm going to go into my spoilery bit, so if you do not want to be spoiled, I suggest you click away now and come back later. So, Damien decides that he's going to turn himself into the government on the condition that he gets to see Cat. And they're like, hey, cool, we get the alien she's bonded with, so let's do this, okay. Meanwhile, Cat is going through all sorts of testing to see if she is a stable hybrid. The government revealed that they are using, like, Luxin DNA to try and cure some of humanity's biggest diseases, such as cancer and so on and so forth. That is what is making Cat kind of like second guess what Blake has told her about the government. They also said that, like, yeah, there's a portion of the Luxon population who want to basically overthrow humanity. And she's not quite sure how she feels about that. She doesn't quite believe it, but at the same time, you know, why would they lie about that? But she's torn. So she has to go through all sorts of tests to see if the bond and mutation that she has is stable. So they're trying to make her fight all these other hybrids, and she doesn't fight back because she finds it really stupid and pointless, and she doesn't want to fight other hybrids. And then one day they put her face to face with Blake under the stress test, and she kills him. And she's horrified at this. She wanted to hurt Blake, because Blake is a jerk, and he deserved a good punch in the face, if not a little more, but she's not quite sure how she feels about being a killer. Even though, in a way, it's not her fault. They put her in that situation, and she's pissed off at Blake, and Blake was kind of egging her on, and with all the history they have together of him being a total jerk, he kind of had it coming. Damien and Cat are reunited, and we find out quite a few other things about the government. So, backtracking a bit, Kat has this guard who's been like escorting her all over the place, and his name is Archer, and he seems like an okay guy considering the surroundings and all. Made me wonder, cause Luce, the annoying little hybrid who's been in the last book or two, just the way he talked, it was clear he had someone on the inside of the government, and it's like, okay, let's try and keep a lookout for this guy. So the moment Archer started being semi-nice, or nicer than the doctors and everybody, that kind of sends up a few little alarm bells, and it turns out, yes, Archer was Luce's inside guy. And holy crap, the twist with that. We find out that apparently bonded humans in Luxon, the hybrids in Luxon, can have children together, and I think this is only in the case if it's a male Luxon and a female hybrid. They can have children together, and oh my god, the babies they produce are freaky. And they call these babies between Luxon and humans origins, because they're basically going to be the start of a new superhuman species. And when we first meet Micah, the little origin who kind of escaped and was wandering around the facility, and Kat and Damien ran into him, the moment they mentioned the eye color, I started freaking out. Because they are the same exact eye color as Luce's, and I'm just like, that is not a coincidence. That is not a freaking coincidence. There is no way that is a coincidence. Luce is an origin. Oh my god, oh my god. I was freaking out as I was reading that. And we find out that Archer is an origin too. Apparently when the origins are all like nice and grown up, they assimilate them into human society as like high-ranking politicians, company owners, soldiers, and all that, and use like colored contacts to hide their eye color and everything to make them look normal, and oh my god. So Luce wanted Damien to get a hold of this special compound that the government has been working on, and that is what they have been using to basically try and cure humans of life-threatening diseases, as well as they've been injecting the new like generation of origin with this as well, which kind of makes them a little different from the past generation. So Archer is different than, say, Micah. And Luce wants to get his hands on it for some reason or other. They don't question it. Caddy and Damien just want to get out before the government tries to make them have babies. Just things are so twisted in this facility. They had a doctor like give Kat like life-threatening injuries and force Damien to heal her, and it's just like, what the hell are you doing? I was freaked out when they did that scene, and it's just like, you guys are so twisted, what the hell? So, by some miracle, Kat manages to get her hand on the compound. She lets Archer know, because they guessed that he was Luce's in-man, and they were right, and he helps them get out. They get in touch with everyone else from back home, Ash, Andrew, and Dee, as well as Dawson and Bethany, and oh my god, just things got so intense. It made me so mad when Matthew betrayed everybody, and that he is the one who betrayed Dawson to the government. It's his fault that Dawson and Bethany were taken in and experimented on, and basically the entire hell that they went through is Matthew's fault. And it's Matthew's fault that they knew about Damien and Kat, and just, I literally cheered when Damien killed him. So they're trying to get out of Vegas. Damien and Kat get married, which kind of made me do some fangirl squealing. I was really happy about that. But just after that happiness quickly vanished when Ash and Andrew were killed, as well as Paris. And it's like all this death while they're trying to escape. Because when they tried to escape, so by some miracle, Luce, Katie, Damien, Dawson, Bethany, and Archer and Dee managed to get away, And just backtracking a bit, Bethany is pregnant, which is just, holy crap. Crazy origin baby coming along there. We kind of leave off with them getting this cabin in the middle of nowhere. Because Luz apparently owns a little bit of property everywhere. And apparently the rebel faction of Luxon, who want to take over the world, thought there is truth in that. Because apparently we leave off with all these shooting stars coming down from the sky. And all of them are Luxon. So, alien invasion time, guys. Alien invasion time. So, that's where we basically leave the last book. That's where we leave off in this book. And I need my hands on the 5th one ASAP. So, things are getting real, guys. Things are getting real. And I'm loving this series. I'm loving Jennifer L. Armentrout. Like I said before, I believe I said before, she has really jumped up on my list of favorite authors right now. And I can't wait to get my hands on the next book, or any of her other books for that matter, and just awesomeness. So, that is it for this book review, and I will see you guys next time. Keep on reading!